Hey, shout out to Johnny, Sean, Simon, and Sam, whose list I am going to review here. This is the same group of people I've been chatting with over the last few days. They are a group of players who are going to a friendly tournament, and they've sent me their lists, and this one is for Sam. He has a 12 order dice, 1,000 points, Omaha Beach Resistance Nest list. So it's not a generic platoon, it's a theatrical platoon, which I am guessing is okay with these special rules that for the tournament, since it's a very friendly tournament, that won't be a problem. I don't actually know what special rules that there is for the Omaha Beach Resistance Nest, but I'll review the list anyway, assuming that they have the German special rules and nothing crazy or fancy. So you guys can tell me if I'm wrong about that. 12 order dice, it's a bit low, and then there are things here, there are choices that are not optimized, but definitely friendly. So I'll point out a few of those, and as we go, Sam starts out with the second lieutenant and an extra infantry model veteran. Now, if you're going to go veteran, you might even consider 2 extra men, just because it makes it a small unit that is dangerous, and because they're free, you can get assault rifles, right, for cheap. That's pretty good for the price. Yes, they're not small team anymore, but they have 3 men with assault rifles, like 6 shots coming out. They can go hunt snipers. Then the infantry choices are mostly Herr veteran grenadier units. He has 2 units of 5 men with 1 LMG in each, and 1 unit of 6 men with 2 LMGs in it. I am not a fan. I can say that. Just LMGs, for me, they are way overcosted. On veterans, yes, with Germans, because they get Hitler's boss, so they're a bit better. These are really good backline holders, especially the unit that has 2 LMGs. Really good backline holder, not a problem with it. But they're way too expensive. Way too expensive. You're paying for the big unit of 6 men, you're paying 118 points for 6 veterans. That's just, it's too much. So competitively, I would cut this out and pick something else. Of course, the competitive choice right now is the Schützen squads that gets the LMG for free. But I don't think you can have that at the Omaha Beach because they're like Africa Corps style units, right? Then the final one is a Storm Pioneer. Storm Pioneers, no problem with those. Brilliant. Veterans, flamethrowers, submachine guns, they're really dangerous once they get up close to you. Really good unit, very fun to play. But it is a glass cannon. As soon as they start taking losses, it will go downhill very quickly. So you need to be able to fling them up at targets that are vulnerable and alone. That is the main thing that you want to do with those. Machine gun team, 2 of those, medium machine guns. They are definitely not worth the points. It is fun that you can have 2. And these are also workable backline holders, but veteran machine gun teams that are fixed, and that is the problem, they're fixed, not worth the points. The LMG teams though, the German LMG teams, they are very good because they're not fixed, and because they get Hitler's boss, so they actually shoot like an MMG in other nations, right? They have 5 shots. They are very nifty, very, very good. The medium machine gun teams, not worth it. I would change to LMG teams if you can in this selector. Medium mortar with a spotter. You don't need to buy it veteran, but it's nice. But since you have the spotter, the spotter will ensure that you have line of sight. So you can actually buy it regular and save the points, and then start hiding the mortar from enemy snipers. You don't need to buy veteran, but I can sense a theme coming on here because everything in his list is veteran. So, and that of course, going with theme, that is also brilliant, right? I'm just talking from a competitive standpoint. You don't need to do that. Artillery, 88 flak. A veteran 88 flak. Do you guys know how much that is? That is 202 points with a spotter. That is insane. Insane. But it's so good. The 88 flag is in my humble opinion, is the best gun of the game, but it is expensive. It's so good because it's versatile. It can shoot as a howitzer, or it can shoot as a heavy anti-tank gun, which is really, really good. It even has flak, so it can shoot airplanes down if they come on. It's so damn useful, and really scary to face. Of course, it's only useful on tables where there's a lot of vision. If you get tables that are cluttered, maybe not so much. But that's how it goes. You go to a tournament hoping that the tables will suit your army. And you can already tell this army has a lot of static machine gun fire, a lot of static artillery fire coming out of it, because it has another artillery choice, which is a light howitzer. Again, veteran. Again, you don't need it to be veteran. I would rather have a medium howitzer that was regular than a veteran howitzer that was light. And a horse-drawn limber. This is it's good value for money. It's 8 points for an extra order dice, and this is the only thing that's not veteran. It's an inexperienced horse-drawn limber. You don't need it because even 88s get that 6-inch move onto the table, but it's a really cheap order die, and you're low on order die, Sam. So yes, I would pick this. Definitely pick this. And a veteran truck with an MMG. This is good for outflanking. So throwing in your pioneers into this truck and throwing them at a flank where they can flame something, that's pretty good. The only issue I have with it is that it's a 12-man truck, so you're paying extra points for seats in that truck that you actually don't need. So in that respect, a heavy field car would be better, but then you wouldn't get the opportunity of having the MMG, so there is a trade-off here. A really nice, fun, very thematic veteran list. I like it a lot, Sam. I hope you do well in the tournament, and let me know if you change anything. I would be interested to hear what you would go with if you are not using that machine gun infantry everywhere. I think that you could really benefit from having like 1 or 2 units that could push up to support the pioneers once they get out of the truck. And the units that you have right now are not pushy units, they're backline units, small units with LMGs. They're not something you want to push up against the enemy. So changing some of them out, I think would be a good idea. That is it from me. Oh, no, one thing I would mention as well. This list has very little anti-tank capability, so if you can find a few Panzerfausts or something like that, I think would be a good idea. The 88 is of course awesome as an anti-tank weapon, but it's only one shot. So maybe there won't be that many tanks. I don't know how the local meta is for these guys, but it could be. Right, that's it. Cheers.